Welcome to a very special episode of Two Beers and a Mic. I am here with my co-host, Stone Ramsey.
Hi, guys.
We are going to have a big show today. We are talking about the NCAA Final Four and Championship. We are discussing the question of the day, which I have yet to hear yet. We are going to shoot over to our future selves and rate some. I know it's hard to wrap your head around that.
In the future.
We're going to head to the future, and we're going to be recording and what are we doing? We're reviewing beer and food reviews at White Rock Alehouse here in Dallas, Texas. All of this is brought to you by Business Solutions Technology, and the food and beer reviews is brought to you by White Rock Alehouse. So go visit White Rock Alehouse for any of your food and beer needs. They have great beer, great atmosphere, great food, and Business Solutions Technology for all your printer and toner needs. Hit them up. But this is a episode of Two Beers and a Mic. Here we go.
Hey, guys.
How you doing there, bud?
Oh, we're doing great. I'm getting ready to have my tummy full of food and beer, and it's going to be good.
Specifically, and I know this to be a fact, tater kegs. I'm excited to get my mouth wrapped around that nice 1-inch by 1/2-inch cubic rectangle / cylinder of fried potato.
Okay.
Yeah, sorry.
I thought you were talking about me for a second. It kind of caught me off guard.
It runs in the family.
Yeah, it's okay.
It's fine. It's
okay. Yeah, no worries. But
so
yeah, excited.
Yes,
very excited.
Absolutely.
Kegs in the form of tots.
We will be indulging in some tater kegs. We'll be indulging in different kinds of beer that I have yet to experience before. I try to keep it, I'd like to say I have a taste of certain things that I like.
Yeah.
And I don't really branch off a ton.
Yeah.
But
that's okay.
I think our goal when we get there is going to be to branch out a little bit, try some new things, try some things that the servers or the owners recommend, and give them an honest rating. We're anything but dishonest on this podcast. We give true and honest reviews on everything, I'd like to say.
True and honest.
So that brings us to our first portion of this podcast, and that would be the question of the day. So I know you got a good one for me, but I have yet to know what it's about. So why don't you hit me with it?
I do. So last weekend, our trainer over at Southern Oak, Lone Star, Southern Oak Kennels Lone Star.
Okay.
His name's Blake. He got obliterated Saturday night, and this is just a little fella now, so it doesn't take much to get him gone, but he ended up having a little too much to drink and was feeling it all day on Sunday.
Oof.
And so it just kind of made me think, what is your worst drunk story, whether drunk as in your feeling, or like worse like feeling, or worse like you were embarrassed? Like what was that for you?
That would be, and I know a lot of people would probably share the same experience. And I'm going to be kind of cliche with it. It was my 21st birthday party. So let me tell you about this.
Those always go great.
This is a story. All my friends from Paris, Texas, they know exactly what I'm about to tell, and they know what it's about. Basically, so my 21st birthday, it was during a COVID year, kind of when Texas was taking COVID seriously. So, within that 3-month time period of COVID in Texas.
Right.
We didn't really acknowledge it much, but
3 months and done.
That's just how we were.
Yeah.
And so it just so happened that COVID kind of like just started. 2020, my birthday's in April, so like it had just started to creep up. Things started to get shut down, and then it just so happened that I could not go out to any bars or go out to any restaurants. Anything. Everything was shut down. Everything was to go. Or whatever. And so, we weren't scared to like get a big group together and like hang out like all together. Cause that's just how we were. And so, I had probably like 18 to 20 of my friends, come over to our place and just hang out and, drink and stuff like that. And so we had ended up going to, luckily the liquor stores were open. The restaurants weren't open, but the liquor stores were open, and we were able to head over there and grab some stuff. My dad, was like, you got about, I'll give you about $100 to spend on liquor. I was like, oh, sick. And so, we got a few bottles of this, bottles of that, got some of the little fun, little party shooter stuff. So that's about 2:00. We're starting to drink. We're starting to get, have fun on my 21st birthday. Right. Well, so we start drinking around 2. Well, about 6, 7 o'clock, people start showing up. So, I got a little bit of a buzz going.
Yeah.
Well, my buddy Sam shows up, and he hits me with a 32-ounce Smirnoff Ice. So he ices me with that, which means I got to go down on one knee and chug that whole thing. So did that.
I hate being iced.
That was death. Yeah, me too. And so got iced with a 32-ounce Smirnoff Ice. Then my buddy Asa shows up with a Gold 4 Loko, literally the worst thing you could probably drink on top of getting iced with a 32-ounce Smirnoff. And then, everyone else is showing up, here, take a shot of this, take a shot of that. It's your birthday. So they're always showing up with shots. And so we get to a point of the night, it's probably 9:30, 10 p.m. It's kind of sad. And I was just obliterated. And the last thing I remember was I was outside, sitting by my, this fire that we had, this fire pit,
right.
On our patio or whatever.
Right.
And so then I wake up and I am next to my parents' bed on the concrete floor, because we had those wax concrete floors.
Right.
With a bowl next to me and 6 towels underneath my head. And I'm like, what the hell just happened to me? Well, apparently, I got to a point where my buddy Ty, his now fiance, Mara, was just pouring vodka shots down my throat. And I was just bring it on. And it was going down like water, right? And so basically that started happening, and I went inside, and I knew I had a cigar for my 21st birthday, and so I grabbed that thing. I took one hit.
That's where you went wrong.
Everyone was telling me, I took one hit, and I was like, all right, guys, I love you. I'm going to bed. I guess I gave everyone a hug. I guess I'm like a lover when I'm drunk. So
that's better than what you could be.
Yeah, I could be a fighter.
Yeah.
And so went to bed. My sister came and checked on me 15 minutes later, just to make sure I hadn't thrown up or anything, and I was just in bed, sound asleep. Good sister. Yeah. Well, then 5 minutes later, someone comes in, goes to the bathroom, smells something horrific.
Oh God.
Comes into my room, sees literally projectile vomit splattered throughout the room on the walls. I am on my back next to my bed with my nightstand that had fallen over around around my head, just looked like a crime scene. So my buddy Ryder, he came in, and he was like, he was like, Jim, you got to get up, my dad, and he was like, you gotta come get Jake. And so him and my dad were trying to prop me up in the shower and shower me off, all this nasty vomit or whatever. Well, no, I don't remember any of this.
Oh yeah.
So I'm just waking up and people are just telling me this is what happened.
They're just automatically pissed off at you.
Yeah, absolutely. And I'm just like, why are you mad at me? Yeah. And they're like, dude, you were the worst drunk possible ever.
Yeah, because it couldn't have been easy to hold your big ass up in that shower.
I'm 285.
Yeah.
I mean, on a solid day, probably then I was probably rocking about 260, 265, 20 pounds less, but still. It wasn't ezy.
No less the task.
The task doesn't really get. Once you hit a certain weight limit, it's really just all one big blob of weight.
I feel you.
And so woke up and then didn't eat anything until about 5:30 p.m. because I just couldn't hold it down. Just felt like absolute crap all day. But so that was my worst drinking experience would have been my 21st birthday.
How'd you recover? Did you recover throughout the day pretty well?
I went a year without drinking hard liquor. I think I might have had a few beers, but alcohol was not. I went a whole year pretty much without not just voluntarily, but just
couldn't do it.
I couldn't do it. Every time I woke up, every time I went and saw that stuff, I was like, it just reminded me of that night, and I was like, water's fine. maybe a Michelob,
right?
That's about the extent as I'd go. But what about you? What about you, man?
All right. So this is probably just terrible because of the fact that it went on for multiple days. It was an overall experience. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I was back in Dallas as well, and it was for my buddy's 21st birthday. So obviously nothing good ever happens on 21st birthdays. But we're going out, we're having a good time, everything like that. And where are we at? I think we're over in Deep Ellum at the time. And this is when Deep Ellum was, a lot more relaxed, a lot more chill vibe than it is now, for sure.
Safe.
Yeah, a lot safer. And so we were over there, we were having a good time. And somehow, like in the middle of it, dude, I don't know what happened, but the drinks just started catching up to me. I don't know if I didn't eat enough or what it was. But dude, I got bad quick. And I was in a bad way fast. So we ended up, we probably had, at the beginning, maybe 5 or 6 shots apiece. Okay. And they're not, we're not taking hardcore liquor or anything like that. We're taking some, more girly shots, if you might, just, like you, lemon drop here.
Yeah.
Scooby-Doo there.
Green tea.
Green tea somewhere down the line.
Just the ones that make you feel good.
Right. So we're not trying to be blacked out on the bar table or anything, but we were having a good time, and man, about round 8 or 9, I just couldn't take it anymore. And we ended up having to leave, and as we're going back home, I remember throwing up just out the side of the car immediately when we get back into the car to go home. And the crappy part, it wasn't necessarily even the drunk or getting as drunk as I was, right? The crappy part was getting up the next day because I had a hunt that I had to go on with my grandpa. And that right there was what I was dreading, because I was supposed to be up at about 6:30, somewhere in there.
Jeez.
To get ready to leave down to San Antonio because we were going deer hunting, right? And turns out I slept way past that. I ended up waking up about 9 o'clock to my mom knocking on my door. So I'd gotten so up that night that I ended up having to stay at my parents'. And I hear my mom knocking on my door, and she's like, "Stone, Pawpaw's here. Like, you need to get ready. You need to go, this and that and another." And I'm like waking up. I'm still in the clothes that I had on the night before, and I know that I stink. And so I walk up and I open the door, and he goes, "Oh, well, don't you look like you had a good time last night?" I was like, "Oh, this is going to be a long weekend, man." And for, those of you who don't know, my grandpa is a preacher of 30-something years now. And so, to be in that way in front of him is, that's a different kind of humbling. Yeah. So there's 2 things you don't do in front of Pawpaw, and that is cuss and drink. So
gives you the true fear of God.
I tell you what, dude. So,
shaking through your soul.
I swear. And he didn't say a thing to me until we got to the DQ and San Antonio. He goes, "You gonna be able to eat any of that?" And I was like, "Man, that's a great question. I'll let you know here in about 2 minutes."
Yeah.
And dude, it was, every day my head was pounding. It was tough. And this freaking guide we were with, man, like, I've never met somebody who just loved to hear themselves talk. Nicest guy in the world, but just loved to hear himself tell an old story. Me and my grandpa would be rolled over, passed out, and I would have my phone just kind of up like this, recording him telling a whole ass story. I'm like, "Dude, ain't nobody listening to you right now.
I'm asleep.
I'm asleep. Please give me some peace." I mean, we're just standing in this old grain bin, so it's echoing and everything, and he's just on there rambling about the time that he did this or that or another. And I'm like, "Oh my gosh. Like, please."
Just your head's pounding, the echo from the grain bin just
dude,
vibrating on your...
And in San Antonio, there's not a time in the world where you're going to hunt and it's cold. No. So we're hunting in 75, 80 degree temperatures, and it's just, that was a miserable weekend for me. Yeah, I've yet to live that one down with my grandpa. I think he's still mad at me to this day because of it. So we'll make that amends.
Man, that reminds me of just like one quick little story. One time, my great grandpa, he's a World War II veteran. Just one of those lifetime church goer. I mean, dude's just like life's dedicated to Christ, and
Right.
he's a great mentor and past. Like I think he was a pastor, so he's a great mentor, great pastor. He's still kicking it today. He's like 95 or something years old. But one time we were sitting at my house, and I had just gotten this tattoo, and I was just like laying like with my arm like out like this, kind of like on the couch, and he said he pulled it over and he was like, "Well, what's that?" And I was like, "New tattoo. Do you like it?" And he said, "Nope," and then walked away.
He just said nope.
And I was like, "Oh man, here we go."
Sounds like a good old head right there.
That's just was not approved of tattoos. Did not like them. Was not afraid to speak his mind. He was like, "Grandpa, you like it?" Nope.
That's that. Glad you were honest about it.
And that's that. Yep. Man, don't tell no lies. But
goodness, yeah. Hangovers are the worst, man.
yeah.
Hopefully we don't get hungover or get a hangover from old White Rock Alehouse. So
I know.
Some of them IPAs can be a little strong.
I know. Well, we're gonna shoot it on over to our future selves over at White Rock Alehouse. We're gonna see how well they do. So we're gonna shoot it over to Jake and Stone from the future, and we'll catch you right back. Welcome to a very, very special segment of Two Beers and a Mic. We are here at White Rock Alehouse Brewery. Brewery. That's a mouthful.
It's a tongue twister.
We are here watching the NCAA championship game live. Owner of the place, super, super nice guy, super personable. Talks to pretty much every customer he can as he's walking in. I mean, the man's not just the owner, he's also a worker. His name's Greg. Greg hooked us up. So right now, Stone, what are you rocking as far as a beer / cider right now?
So in this very, very cool White Rock Brewery glass, I'm rocking the Fluffy Jammies. I've always been a fan of, PJs, long PJs, especially on Christmas morning, but today I'm drinking my PJs. I'm drinking my Jammies. So, but it's a little bit more sour.
Okay.
But we're gonna see how it tastes. So
Absolutely.
I've had their blueberry dreamsicle, right? And that one was pretty good. It's pretty good, a little dry, but we'll see how this one tastes in comparison to that.
Okay, let's see how it is, man. Go ahead and give it a taste test. 1 through 5. What are you giving that sucker?
It's a lot creamier than the blueberry dreamsicle one, so it's not making my mouth as dry. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Probably out of 5. I'm gonna give it a 4.4.
4.4 out of
Solid.
5. Wow. Okay.
Solid, man.
Nice.
I like it a lot. So it's sour, it's creamy. So it said that it has some marshmallow mixins in it. So maybe that's what it comes down to. But no, it's really good, really, really good. So and they make it in house.
Oh yeah.
So it's really surprising. All their beers they make in house.
Yeah, this place is a true vibe. I mean, just looking around in the bar area, they got some really, really cool, just a cool aesthetic. They're rocking a lot of wood fixtures,
Yeah.
a lot of cool lighting. They show you the literal brewery right behind the tap room.
Yeah.
So I mean,
Just some big glass windows right there.
Yeah.
So you can see them back there making the burr.
so you know what they're talking about is legit.
Yeah.
Well, I have right here. I told the waitress. I said, show me something, whatever you recommend, and she brought out the darkest thing that she could find on the menu. It is called the Begrudgery. It is an Irish dry stout, only 4.7%, but this is what she recommended for me. So we're gonna give it a taste test, 1 through 5. Here we go.
He's gonna say it tastes like coffee. It doesn't.
It does taste like coffee.
See,
Okay.
here we go.
See, I'm a big Guinness guy, so I love a good Guinness. That hint of chocolate, that coffee flavor, that creamy, thick foam. Now, I'm going to say this is better than a Guinness, so props to them. And
Yeah.
Now, I've never had a true Irish Guinness. I've
They
only
did say
had.
it was their version of Guinness. No.
That's true.
Right.
That's true. I have had just like regular Guinnesses on tap in America. My dad's been to Ireland. He says that it's not quite the same there because I guess, okay, so in Ireland, they put a chemical in it when they transport it across the U or to the U.S. or other countries, so that it doesn't spoil.
Right.
So the Guinness in Ireland tastes like legit chocolate milk, but whatever they put in it, that when they transport it over to America, it gives it that I don't know, just some sort of twang. He says, you know, it's a little twang. But right here, I got the Begrudgery, the Irish Dry Stout from White Rock Alehouse, 1 through 5. I gotta give it a 4.6.
Yeah,
I'm a big fan.
Good.
I'm a big fan.
I'm with it.
So cheers.
Cheers to that. Cheers to our first beer at or well, not our first beer ever, but our first beer ever at White Rock Alehouse, but our first rated beer.
That's
at
right.
White Rock Alehouse.
So thank you to them for sponsoring this video, sponsoring us here, watching the game. We are currently looking at UConn up 14-10 on San Diego State with 11 minutes left in the game. I don't know about you, Stone. I got UConn winning this one.
I think UConn will win. I think I want UConn to win too. I really do. So they've really shown out this this tournament for sure.
They definitely turned some heads, made some noise. Just a 4 seed. You know, we got a 4 versus 5 seed. San Diego State, I mean, they hit a shot at the buzzer. The player who shot its foot was, no joke, half an inch from the baseline from going out of bounds. Pulled up, hit the shot, buzzer beater, won 72-71.
So crazy.
Send them to the championship. You gotta love moments like that.
Oh yeah, that's your dream as a basketball player, is being able to hit shots like that, be in moments like that. It's just, the feeling's unreal for sure.
Absolutely. So we're gonna take a little break here. We're gonna come back and we're gonna try some tater kegs, the #1 appetizer from here at White Rock Alehouse. I have heard
so good,
so many great reviews about them. We're gonna give it a review. I already know they're great, but we're gonna rate them 1 through 5. Are we gonna do 1 through 5?
We'll do 1 through 5.
1 through 5.
Just that way they know, what to expect of them.
Absolutely. So we'll see you here.
Have high expectations.
We'll see you here in a minute,
Yeah.
and we'll be trying some tater kegs. We are back. We are watching the NCAA championship here at White Rock Alehouse. They were gracious enough to give us the best thing, I think, on the menu, even though it is just an appetizer. Stone, why don't you tell us a little about what we got here?
Well, for starters, you can always have an appetizer for your main course. So don't let anybody steer you wrong. We could have 3 orders of these and be just fine. But these are what we call tater kegs. And tater kegs are filled with potatoes and cheese and bacon and chives and sour cream and just absolute deliciousness. And
see if we can get a zoom in for the people out there. It's the good stuff.
The good
stuff. So we're going to rank this 1 through 5. Again, thank you, White Rock Alehouse, for sponsoring this video.
Would recommend with ranch.
Absolutely. Let's give this a taste test, Stone. Cheers.
5.
5 out of 5.
5
You can't.
times 5.
Listen, you have a tot, right? A tater tot filled with cheese, filled with bacon, filled with chives. It is
the American dream.
It is perfection. And for any of you out there that are exploring a vegetarian option, they do come without bacon. So, if you're a vegetarian, you can still rock some tater kegs. If you're a vegan, you can't. Sorry, but
SOL.
You weren't meant to have tater kegs anyway.
No.
You don't deserve to have tater kegs anyway.
No.
Man, we are getting spoiled here at White Rock Alehouse, everybody.
I agree.
White Rock Alehouse is located in Northeast Dallas.
Right off of Gaston.
Right off of Gaston Avenue. Yes, sir. Highly recommend coming here. Get your, they're open Sundays for brunch and they have an outstanding brunch menu if you're interested in anything like that.
We may have to come back for a brunch review.
Yes, absolutely. We will be back. Trying more foods, more drinks from White Rock Alehouse, but they're spoiling us tonight.
They've been very kind.
Coming up, we will have a fish and chips review from White Rock Alehouse.
So she brought us the fish and chips.
Absolutely.
And she said that it was going to be her #1 thing to recommend on the menu.
Yes.
Right? I'm a big fan of fish and chips. Do you like fish?
I love fish and chips.
See, Southern men, we like our fish.
Absolutely.
Right?
Absolutely.
So, we're about to rate it.
Yes, sir.
All right, so
what are you going to dip it in, would you say?
I'm going to start with the tartar sauce.
Okay.
And then from there, I mean, ketchup, you know what the ketchup's going to taste like. I think they said it's a homemade tartar sauce, and so we're going to see what that tartar sauce is actually like.
They also gave us what we thought was melted honey. It is, in fact, not melted honey. It is apple cider vinegar. We gave it a sniff test. I'm glad we gave it a sniff test.
We would have been highly disappointed.
That could have been bad news. But
sure.
Are you ready to try one of these fish and chips?
Yeah, they also gave us the little crunchies, which I know my stepdad Aaron loves the crunchies of any fried food.
Absolutely.
He used to go to the state fair and actually beg the little concession stands for their crunchies.
We got the crunchies. They hooked us up.
Yeah,
they hooked us up with the crunchies. So
right.
I'm rocking some ketchup.
You're
What are you rocking?
ketchup? I'm gonna do the tartar sauce.
Okay.
Let's see how it goes.
All right. Cheers, buddy.
Cheers.
Oh shoot. 5?
That's good.
I'm giving that another 5. 5 out of 5.
That's a 5. Dude, I bit into it and like the crust was just buttery. It was soft. The fish was tender.
So good. Even with
I won't double dip on you. Flip it around.
Not a big tartar sauce guy, but big ketchup guy with my fish. So loving that. You give it a 5? 5 out of 5. Waffle
Solid
fry
5.
review. Waffle fry.
I like the ends. How are the fries?
The best waffle fries I could think of in town.
I'm not gonna lie. I like them better than Chick-fil-A's, and that's saying a lot.
I do too.
They're crispy. You see, I mean, they're kind of flimsy, but that's just because of the waffliness of the waffle fry.
Yeah, and believe me, we
know our fries.
We do not skimp on reviews. We're not giving White Rock Alehouse good reviews because they are
Gave us
sponsoring
free
this
food,
video.
yeah.
They're giving us great food. You need to come down to White Rock Alehouse
Check it out.
for any sporting event, for brunch, just to eat with your family or just by yourself. They got great service. They have great food. I mean,
Great people, great environment overall. So love it.
5 out of 5 on almost everything.
Yeah.
I mean, you know.
I think we should go for a dessert next. What you think?
Absolutely.
I'm with it.
We'll check back in with you guys probably in the second half. Right now, UConn is winning 26-14 with 6 minutes left in the first half. So we'll get back to you in the second half with a dessert review.
Yeah.
So we'll catch you later. We are back with a dessert review. We have 16 minutes left in this game. UConn has a pretty comfortable lead, I would say.
Very comfortable.
They're just showing dominance right now. But we're going to dominate these brownie bites. So we were told this is the best dessert on the menu. We're rocking some brownie bites with some ice
haven't
cream.
had these yet.
What kind of ice cream is this on top? Do you know?
Does it say what
It looks like some
ice cream it is?
salted caramel ice cream or something of that nature.
I bet it is.
Kennedy's going to tell us here in a sec. Just vanilla bean
Vanilla
ice cream.
bean.
If you come to White Rock Alehouse and you get the Big Thicket Blonde Ale, $1 of each Big Thicket sold goes to the White Rock YMCA. And so come here and get a Big Thicket Blonde Ale. It is a great beer. We have actually reviewed it on our TikTok page.
Yeah.
We gave it high reviews. So come to White Rock Alehouse and get you a Big Thicket Blonde Ale. They give you 3 monster brownie cookie dough bites.
Chocolate chips on top. The little caramel and chocolate drizzle. Got to get some ice cream on there.
Absolutely. Load up.
Let's see what we're looking like here.
It is stuffed with brownie. You ready?
Cheers.
All right. Holy moly. Now, what I'll say is, I'm not going to be throwing around 5s
I agree.
because I take dessert very seriously.
I agree.
Okay. And like we said before, a 2 beers review is a certified review. So we can't be throwing around 5s just willy-nilly.
Agreed.
Now, very good, not too strong. Stuff like this can get very, very sweet very fast. I think that is a great mixture. I'm going to give it a 4.2. I think it's just enough to give it a 4.
I'm with you. I mean, you can't really go wrong with like fried brownie.
No.
I mean, it's just not. But for what it is as a dessert, probably right there with 4.2.
4.2.
4.2. So I mean, the ice cream's great. You can obviously tell that it's possibly homemade, maybe not, or in-house, yeah. But you're right. If this were just for one person, there's no way it could be. You definitely have to have 3 spoons with this meal or with this dessert right here. But it is very, very good.
So props to White Rock Alehouse for giving you, some desserts you order. They show up. They're little skimpy, little skimpy desserts, and enough to fill half a tummy.
Right.
This is enough to fill 3 stomachs.
I agree.
For a dessert.
For a minute.
So props to them. They load you up.
No joke.
But.
And then what did she bring to us? A Dave's Pillsbury.
A Dave's Perfect Pilsner.
Pillsbury, not the Pillsbury Doughboy.
This is a Czech-style Pilsner. With a light bready malt and crisp balance by floral hops. It was the 2021 U.S. Open Beer Championship gold medal here at White Rock Alehouse. The Dave's Perfect Pilsner. So
you want to be the one?
I'm not really worried about cooties. I mean, if you want to try it, go ahead and get you a sip. I'll sip on the other end.
He knows that I'm a germaphobe, so he takes it into consideration.
Yeah.
I like that one better than the German lager that I had to come here often.
Oh, me too. So this one's definitely lighter.
Yeah.
Rating on Dave's Perfect Pilsner, which was an accidental pour, by the way. So we're glad that we ended up receiving that. But
so I'm going to give that one probably a 3.6.
I was going to say the same thing, 3.6.
I'm with it.
So definitely higher than average. Nothing that we've tried today has been Stella Artois-esque. A nice solid 1.5, whatever we've given the Stella Artois.
It always puts a fear in the back of my mind that we're going to try something even close in taste as Stella Artois.
I agree, and White Rock Alehouse has delivered today. Amazing food, amazing beer,
amazing environment.
Again, so, awesome look. Awesome. They're opening a second location on the other side of Dallas, I believe.
Yeah.
And they are loading back up on all their favorite ales and beers. So be sure to check out this location. Be sure to check out their second location.
Just check them out in general. Great
absolutely.
place. Great place to eat. Great place to be. Great place to have a few beers and enjoy the game.
Absolutely. But that'll do it here for our beer and food review. So we'll catch you later. We'll send it back to Stone and Jake in studio right now. And so just what's up, guys?
How you doing?
What's up, Jake? Heard you had a good time.
How you doing, Stone? Heard you had a few beers.
Oh man, we had a great time at White Rock Alehouse.
We did.
Great food, great atmosphere. Great service.
They put on a show for us for sure.
They did. They reserved us a table for us. They were nothing but kind. They gave us some of their top foods.
Yep.
Their top appetizer, their top entree, and obviously we just dug into all that. Some great beers, so we had a great time there. But we're gonna dive into just a quick little Final Four and championship recap. So UConn played Miami in the Final Four. They kind of just manhandled them, if I'm gonna be honest. It was UConn just looked dominant. They never held like a commanding lead. But they held Miami scoreless multiple times, like big scoring droughts.
Right.
And they just their defense was spectacular. They just kept scoring and scoring and scoring. It looked like they were lights out. Then you had San Diego State and FAU. Now FAU was up 13 at one point, and San Diego State came back second half.
It's insane.
Which is what they've been doing basically the entire tournament. The down by double digits, making comebacks, winning these games. And so they hit a buzzer beater shot. The player that hit it was about 1 inch from the baseline from going out of bounds. Pulled up, hit the game winner at the buzzer. They won 72-71 against FAU. San Diego State moved on to the championship, played UConn today. We just finished watching it. UConn, it was probably one of the more boring.
Yeah, they held a lead early. They ended up coming out with the win over San Diego. It was 76-59. So I mean, I don't know. Even from the tip off, UConn got the tip, and from there just commanded the lead the whole time. So I don't think they lost it.
No, I think watching the first half, you kind of knew how the theme was going to go. They're tough. I mean, UConn's toughest opponent was, in all honesty, probably Miami.
Yeah.
They just kind of breezed through the tournament, winning by double digits. I think they won most of their games by like 14 or more.
Right.
They just look like the team to beat, and they had the chemistry, they had the team.
And they showed it. They showed it tonight. So they really pulled it off.
Their defense was phenomenal. They
moved the ball really well.
Oh yeah.
They were solid from the perimeter, and they were able to drain shots, which is key in those games.
Yeah. They held San Diego State to a scoring drought of like 9.5 minutes in the first half. So just watching that and seeing them not score once in 9.5 minutes. I mean, the halves are 20 minutes long.
Yeah.
You're talking about an entire, almost like a quarter of a regular game, you know, just no points.
Yeah. 76-59 is not a high scoring game at all.
No. Holding a team to 59 is insane. But I mean, I just feel like they should have won by 30 from watching that game. Maybe they were just put on cruise control, knew they just had to, slowly but surely, make things happen, and they were going to win that game. So, congratulations, UConn, champions. I'd like to touch a little bit on the LSU women's team. Congratulations to them for winning the women's national championship last night, or Monday night, or sorry, Sunday night. They took it to Iowa.
They did.
Iowa got a lot of players into foul trouble early. There were some questionable technical calls on their star player, Caitlin Clark. I think like in a game like that, you don't call a technical off of something. I mean, she literally grabbed the ball and like tossed it behind her, and they gave her a tech for it. It was her fourth foul. You only get 5 in college. So, I mean, she had to sit out, 5-6 minutes at that point. So it's like a call that you it's like, okay, yeah, like maybe you even give them a tech if it's like their second foul, because they might have a little bit of sass to it, but it's their fourth foul. Like, you have to understand that as a ref. And I just think it was kind of ridiculous. LSU, though, they came out. I mean, I've watched that whole game, and they just never missed. It looked like every time they got the ball, Iowa could not stop them. They held Caitlin Clark to like 30, but still, I mean,
right.
They were a one-man show. They ended up in a lot of foul trouble. Their starters had to come out, for most second half because of foul trouble. So, when you have that factor in, I mean, you just can't win games like that. But they'll be back next year. We have another year of Caitlin Clark, another year of Paige Bookers or Brookers. She's a UConn star. She tore her ACL this year, but she will be back next year for vengeance on everyone else. So, women's NCAA tournament was super, super exciting to watch this year. So, props to them. In the past, they just haven't really been that exciting, mostly because like UConn had a dynasty of so long, and then South Carolina kind of like went, I think they won like 36 games in a row. In coming into this year too, I think Iowa gave them their first loss in the Final Four this year, like in 36 games or something insane like that. And so, women's basketball has been super fun to watch. So definitely something to check into. Definitely something to look at, because I mean it was super fun to watch last night. I've never been interested in it, but as I turned it on, this year and checked out the tournament, there's a lot of great players, and they shoot the lights out. I'd even say the women's tournament this year was I would say it was almost as good as the men's. The men's was good. The men's overall, I would say a lot of close games, a lot of upsets, but also just kind of a lot of like not exciting moments. A few buzzer beaters, a few like first couple rounds was really like the highlights of the tournaments. And then it kind of just slowed down and kind of got a little, put on cruise control. UConn, other than the San Diego State buzzer beater, there was really nothing exciting
Yeah.
after the
Aside
first
from,
2
like,
rounds.
upsets and everything like that. I mean, yeah, I'm with you. Games could have been much more exciting after. I think the Elite Eight is when it just kind of shifted.
Yeah.
But no, I totally hear what you're saying. For sure.
Which, we're about to hit the dead zone of sports. And so that'll give us some more opportunities, I guess, to do fun little graphs like we got here. But, we're hitting baseball season started. It was first time in a long time that every single team played on opening day. I think we might be going to a Rangers game tomorrow to cheer them on against the Orioles. But yeah, we'll be going.
First game
tomorrow.
of the year.
Yeah,
for us.
We'll do a quick. We'll do a little in park beer review. Sure. I'm sure if we end up going, I don't know. It hasn't quite been decided yet, but we definitely talk about some baseball. There's some rule changes that we'll talk about on some future podcasts that I think will make the game more fun. We have the ending of the NBA season. There's a lot going on. I think in the Western Conference, you got like the 6th seed through the 12th seeds all decided between like 2 games. So a lot could come down to the wire there towards the end of the NBA season. A lot of teams kind of like wanting to get in and hopefully not playing that play-in or even just try to scrape by and get into the play-in games.
Right.
So a lot's going on there. The MVP race is kind of heated up between Jokic, Giannis, and Embiid. Again, just a lot going on in the next month and a half, next couple months, and then we hit that dead zone where we're gonna have to find some content to talk about. I think we've been looking into trying to find some weird sports, some not typical sports,
Pickleball.
yeah, stuff like that we're gonna cover, and we're gonna look into, maybe learn how to play. Definitely look into stuff like that. But the last thing we're gonna be doing on today's pod is we are going to be ranking candy bars from no nuts, dry ball sack to Big Cojones, big bull balls. So basically on this ranking chart, which we will be doing different categories. Right now, the category is candy bars. We will be ranking these bars from, if you eat these or you're a guy that eats these on the reg or you're a fan of these, do you have big balls, which is depicted over here by a big bull testicle. You have regular balls, just, plain Jane, regular man, which is depicted by these 2 eggs chilling right here. You got teeny nuts. These Orbeez will be showing off those. So, what if you eat these candy bars? You got some teeny nuts. Then we got a steer sack. Dried up raisins, what we have. Couldn't find a dried up ball sack to put on, a photo and print it off. So we're just going to rock with a raisin. You just no balls at all. Sucked up, shriveled up, you got nothing. So why don't you, we got 12 candy bars, Stone. Why don't you start us off with the first one, grab one, and we will go from there.
Well, this one.
Give us a ranking.
This one is I would say, classic.
Okay.
Amongst, not candy bars necessarily, but just like candy pieces, right?
Okay.
So first,
get the Hershey Kiss.
the Hershey Kiss.
Okay.
And I am very much a fan of Hershey Kisses.
Okay.
So just because, man, if you're not feeling like a full dessert or anything like that, you go grab you a couple Hershey Kisses.
Yeah, easy.
Be good to go. So I don't necessarily think that you're, walking around slanging, dragging on the floor or anything, but you're definitely a nice average,
just a regular
Joe,
regular hombre.
Yeah.
You just eat some Hershey Kisses. Yeah, I agree. Easy carry around. I mean, just they don't go wrong. You're never disappointed with a Hershey Kiss. We are going to go random here. We're going to rock with OG Skittles. OG Skittles. I'm a big fan of OG Skittles. They're not my favorite Skittles. I'm not going to throw them in Big Cojones, but I am going to throw them with you over here on regular balls. I think Skittles, regular Skittles, just, plain Jane, never fails. Always a good candy.
Big sour Skittle fan.
Yeah, I like sour Skittles, wild berry Skittles. I like Skittles in general, but the OG Skittles, I'm going to throw at regular balls.
Fair.
So what you got next?
Oh, God.
What is that?
Good and Plenty.
Oh, black licorice.
I don't think I've ever actually bought a box of Good and Plenty.
My dad and my sister love Good and Plenty's. I don't see why. It's like I'm just not a fan.
It's just gross.
I just don't like the taste. I don't know why.
Bad version of Mike and Ike's.
It's kind of like To me, that is the candy version of snuff. Kind of tastes like it, if I'm being honest.
I can see it. Black licorice?
Yes.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah, just like, I don't know why I think that, but just,
Oh, that's gross. That's getting a fat steer sack.
Steer sack, I agree. Throw it on steer sack. All right, let's see what we got next. We have a good old-fashioned candy cane. I like candy canes, but
Around Christmas.
But it's only a Christmas time thing, and I'm gonna be honest, like I might have one.
Yep.
Just because it's the Christmas time. So I'm not even going to throw it on regular balls. I think it belongs on teeny nuts. If you're a guy that's eating candy canes year round
on the reg,
you might have a little issue.
Yeah.
But I'm going to throw that on teeny nuts. I'm not going to say like Good and Plenty's, I'm just not a fan of those. I don't see why those are even sold or anything like that.
How they're still in business.
But
it's because of the 60-year-olds.
Yeah,
all the 60-year-olds sitting on their leather recliner.
Yeah.
Sitting back eating some Good and Plenty's.
Just Good and Plenty's, rocking them. But yeah, candy canes I think deserves teeny nuts.
Yeah. All right. Next. Oh, dude, this is one of my favorites.
Kit Kat? Oh, shoot, yeah.
Man, and here's the thing. They come in, see, this says jumbo size.
Oh, man.
Up in the top right corner. So I think I'm obviously going to have to go with your Big Cojones.
Big Cojones. Kit Kat got the Big Cojones.
It's just got the perfect crunch, coffee and Kit Kat.
Yeah.
Kit Kat and coffee.
I love a good Kit Kat. Kit Kats are probably top 3 for me in chocolate candy.
For sure.
I love a good Kit Kat. It does have a good balance.
I agree.
What we got next? We got Milk Duds.
Oh.
My fiance's favorite. She loves Milk Duds.
She like your Milk Dud?
I don't know. I am a Milk Dud. She loves Milk Duds. I think they're okay. I think I'm going to throw them. I don't know, though. But if you're a dude that's just like eating Milk Duds, you know what I mean?
My dad eats Milk Duds.
Yeah.
I liked them when I was a kid, but man, I never like just sat down and had a whole box of Milk Duds.
I don't like how
I'd have like 2.
They get like all up in your teeth, and I'm gonna go teeny nuts again. Teeny nuts on Milk Duds. I'm just not a big milk dud guy. I think they, if you eat like 10, they hurt your jaw.
Tate's gonna be disappointed.
It's okay. What's new? Oh
well.
No, I'm just kidding. Oh shoot! Look at you.
We got a solid Snickers.
Man, you
bar.
got the good random pile over there. Dang. I know.
I don't know. I think everybody watching knows where we have to go with this one. You're just not feeling like yourself until you've had a Snickers.
I totally agree. Whether it's before a football game, before a basketball game, before any kind of a sporting
even during.
event. Yeah. I mean, you can't go wrong with the Snickers. It's fuel.
Yeah, it's got protein. It's got carbs.
Yeah.
Sugar.
Tastes amazing.
Tastes amazing.
The perfect layer of, it's just that perfect peanuts and chocolate.
Gooey combination.
And it's just so good. It's just so good. Snickers are my number one. Like if I were to name like pretty much any candy bar that I can rely on 100% of the time, a Snickers.
Absolutely.
A Snickers is.
Absolutely.
Oh, here we go. We got candy corn.
Oh, see, I love candy.
I thoroughly. This is okay. So I found this on a list of worst candies.
That's sad.
This Milk Duds and I want to say Candy Canes and Good and Plenty's were all on the list of worst candies. I thoroughly really enjoy candy corn. Now I cannot have a lot of the time, but I love candy corn, and a lot of people are going to disagree with this. I'm going to throw it.
Do it.
I'm going to throw it on Big Cojones.
I know. I knew you were thinking
I love candy corn, man. It's just pure sugar, I know.
Yeah.
And there's no... Now...
So good.
What I will say, candy corn, that specific kind right there, don't mess it up by giving me candy pumpkins or any of that stuff.
Like the brown candy corn?
It's not the same. Give me the basic white, orange, yellow candy corn. That is the good stuff. Don't mess it up. Don't mess it up.
That's all I want.
What you got next?
Oh.
What even is that?
Man.
What is that? Is that
Mounds.
a Mounds bar?
Mounds.
Oh,
I mean,
shoot.
come on, dude. If you're, man, dark chocolate and coconut. What kind of fruit?
It could have been an Almond Joy.
I mean, it could have. You would have at least have almonds. I mean, but this is just Mounds.
What is a Mound? A Mounds is basically an Almond Joy without the almonds, isn't it?
Right. So you got a sack without the nuts. You're gonna go.
Yeah.
Steer sack.
That's a steer sack.
That's sad.
That's a steer sack move. Mounds, it's not the move. What we got next?
You eat Mounds, you're getting mounted.
Yeah, mounted. I got a Reese's peanut butter cup.
Oh, see.
Again, I can't even lie. Top 3 candies I love, and I used to not be a biggest fan of Reese's.
Till they started coming out with all the different candy bars.
They have so many different ones now.
The fast break.
Have you tried the Take 5?
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
Yes, I do like to Take 5.
You go into like a Love's or a QT or something like that, and you find they have ones that are like filled with potato chips now. Filled with pretzels.
Yes, I saw that.
Dude, so good. I mean, it's Reese's, crazy. Big Cojones. You're a Big Cojones guy if you like Reese's. Reese's, I don't know how you pronounce it. But Reese's peanut butter cups are bomb. So Big Cojones on the Reese's peanut butter cups. What you got next?
Lastly. Oh, see?
What is that?
I like these, though.
Ooh, Werther's Originals. See, that when you said 60-year-old, that's the first thing that came to mind.
Yeah. My dad got me on these whenever I was younger as well. And then I kept some in my car for the longest, just in my little console.
They last, those would survive a nuclear storm.
And some people may disagree, but you're not going to find an old man with no balls sucking on a thing of caramel hard candies.
You're not.
I'm gonna have to go with Big Cojones.
Big Cojones. Big Cojones has gotten a lot of them.
Because our Snickers is like Pops
Werther's
hard candies.
Yeah, you're right.
You know?
You're right.
It's just what they grew up on.
Man, Big Cojones is rocking and rolling. Let's see. What's this last one we got rocking here? Oh, all right. I already know where this is going. We got Peeps.
Oh,
I hate Peeps with a passion.
My mom loves them.
They come out once a year. They came out this year with a Peeps Coca-Cola. My mom sent me a Snapchat of her drinking it. Said, "This is not the move." I said, "Why would you even attempt to drink a Peeps Coca-Cola? That just looks like diabetes in a can."
Sounds gross.
This is the worst form of marshmallow that you could even. I mean, who thought marshmallows could be bad until you eat Peeps? Yeah. Gluten-free and fat-free. That's all they got going for them. But Peeps is going as steer sack. I haven't gotten a steer sack yet today. I think Peeps belong in a steer sack. I'm not a fan of Peeps.
Don't like them.
Yeah, they can come out with whatever flavors they want. I'm not going to eat a Peep.
My mom used to take all of my Peeps and would just like inhale them.
And you were like, take them.
Yeah, please. Take them. Don't want anything to do with them.
Take them. Well, that will wrap up our what are we even going to call this? What is this ranking sheet? We're going to call it
Candy Time.
Well, this one's called Candy Time. What's our
ranking sheet called?
What's our ranking sheet called? We'll call it
I don't know. We'll have to think about that.
Yeah,
Come up with it on the next one.
I do like the criteria. I like keeping the categories the same. I think we're gonna do a lot more of these. I think it looks really good. I think it was something fun that we got to do. And there's
for sure.
There's endless categories of things that we could throw into this stuff. So
thank you again to White Rock Alehouse for hosting us and letting us get to watch the championship game and everything like that. They were super good to us.
Absolutely. Sure. Check them out. They are opening another location over on the other end of Dallas. This one is a Northeast Dallas location right off of Gaston Avenue. Check them out. They have a great atmosphere, great staff, great owner. They do nothing wrong over at White Rock Alehouse. We love their food, love their beer, love their atmosphere. Definitely check them out. And thank you to them for sponsoring our food and beer reviews. And thank you to Business Solutions for sponsoring our studio and our podcast. If you need any ink or toner needs or printer needs or office supply needs
or cleaning needs.
Hit up businesssolutionstechnology.net or email sales@businesssolutionstechnology.net. And the CEO, Mark Ramsey, who I know personally and dearly, will hit you back up within a few hours and, handle all the things that you could ever need. I mean, when you're talking straight up to the CEO, once you're asking for an inquiry about something, you're doing something right.
Yeah.
They got big time supplies, big company supplies and small town, small business customer service. So can't go wrong with it. But heck yeah, man. Well, nice pod.
Nice pod.
I'll check you at the next one.
Sounds good.
Yeah,
See
we're
you
out of
next
here.
one.